Hey guys, welcome to sportsbookreview.com. I'm Natalie Rydstrom. To my left is Jamie James. JJ is a winner. And we have special guest Nigel Seeley on the show as well. So there's three of us today. Guys, thank you for being here.
Great to be here, Nat. Fired up.
I'm not as fired as that with Jamie, but I'm looking forward to some good Premier League games this weekend, that's for sure.
Well, between the three of us, we're going to have some winners, aren't we?
Oh, I'm sure we will. We did all right actually last week, didn't we?
Yeah, well, I'm just slowly edging, getting higher and higher and higher. We're getting into week 3. Maybe we're seeing some trends, but as I say, the trend is not your friend.
All right. Listen, let's start. Tottenham versus Liverpool. I'm liking Tottenham win on this one, to be honest with you. They've yet to lose a match. They won the last home against Crystal Palace. It's a straight Tottenham win for me. 2.5 bet Fred. Nigel, what do you like?
I think it's a difficult one to call in the match outcome. I think both these sides are too inconsistent for me. I think Tottenham have a bad season. They're not scoring goals. Harry Kane looks absolutely exhausted. He's played every game, probably 57 consecutive matches. I think Harry Kane's a player who looks excited. They need to rest him. If you take Harry Kane out, they don't score many goals. All about the unders for me. Under 2.5 goals. Both games last season were under 2.5 goals. Both games for Tottenham this season have been under 2.5 goals. This is going to be a tight game. Under 2.5 goals. 2.1 with Paddy Power.
There you go.
There you go. Well, I mean, good analysis there, Nigel. I'm taking Liverpool to win.
And why is that?
Oh, just because I think they're fired up after their 2-0 loss. And there's plenty of goals in that team, as we saw in the first game. And I really believe they get it done. I do agree with what Nigel's saying. I don't think Tottenham are as good as they think they are. And I really believe that Liverpool can get a result there. And I'm getting good value, aren't I?
All right, so
you're getting great value, Jamie, and also you're getting bad. And you say about the trends, the last 7 games, Liverpool haven't won against Tottenham. In the last 3 years, they haven't even scored. And Tottenham haven't even scored. And Liverpool have scored 8 goals. So all the trends on your side as well.
I love it. It's like even more so hearing that. Definitely. Liverpool is coming in.
All right, there we have it. Moving over, Chelsea versus Burnley. This is a play for me as well. I'm going to start with you. What are you going for?
Pass on that one.
You're passing?
Yeah.
All right, Nigel, are you passing or playing?
Yeah, I do. I'm playing. I think this is a good bet. This is one of my best bets of the Premier League this weekend. Chelsea will win. We know that. They're looking good under Antonio Conte. Burnley are going to be very good at home. Turf ball's not a nice place to go at any time of year. August, September, October, November. But Chelsea, I think Chelsea to win to 0 here. The Italian has got them playing really well. Defensively looking solid again. I think Chelsea to win to 0, 1.91 with Coral. That would be my bet for this game. And one of my big bets of the weekend.
Well, do you know, Nigel, I'm going for Chelsea and the under 3.5 goals. Also 1.91. Not expecting, I'm expecting quite a tight match, to be honest with you. Definitely the unders, and I've combined that Chelsea and the under 3.5 goals. That's my bet. You don't want to change your mind before?
No, I like you guys' enthusiasm on it, but I don't like the value. You know, I'm all about the value. Got to protect my record, protect my bankroll, and I'm staying away. Good luck to both of you.
All right. Crystal Palace versus Bournemouth. This is another play for me. I am taking Crystal Palace on this one. I think that Crystal Palace are going to sort of use their home advantage, clinch the deal. Obviously, Crystal Palace have not won yet. Yeah. And I think they're due for a win, and they're going to use their home advantage and a win here.
But what price you get on that now?
I've got 2.3, bet 365. I think that's great value.
Yeah, I think it's brilliant. I'm on that one. I'm tailing you on that one. I believe what you just said there, and I think that Palace get the job done against Bournemouth, definitely.
Right, so 2 Palace wins here. Nigel?
I'm not so sure. I'm not hearing good things out of Crystal Palace. I think the players have fallen out. The boss, Alan Pardew. Wilfried Zaha has put in a transfer list, requested. But Assi has gone. They brought in Benteke. I'm not quite sure he's the answer to the press. One thing about Palace, towards the end of last season, they struggled to score goals. Bournemouth are struggling to score goals. Well, these two sides could be teams that could be sucked into relegation. Already this 30. I think this is a relegation 6-pointer. I think this is a close game. I'm going to go unders, but not with much conviction. But I think if you're looking for a bet, under 2.5 goals, 2 misfiring sides, and all is not well at Selhurst Park. Trust me on that.
Yeah.
All right. Do you think it's an unders game on this one?
I don't know about that. I'm just going to take the Palace win. I think sometimes you've got a bit of adversity. The teams perform. Look at Hull.
All right, Everton versus Stoke. Taking the straight Everton win, I have to say.
Yeah.
Stoke have obviously yet to win in their new season, whilst Everton have yet to lose. I think they've got the home advantage, and it's a straight Everton win for me. What do you like?
What do you like, Nige?
I like Everton. I like Everton a lot this season. I think Monaco is a great manager. I think Everton do well.
Yeah, 1.75 there, William Hill. Best odds I've found.
Yeah, I'll take. I mean, it's a bit below my 1.90, but yeah, I have to take Everton. It won't be easy though. It won't be an easy game, especially after the hammering Stoke took last weekend. They want to get things right and put a good performance in. But I do think the quality of Everton. I mean, they should win. It's a bit of a captain obvious play, but. There you go.
All right, Everton win. Leicester versus Swansea. Now, the next match we're previewing. Leicester's odds, right? Obviously, Leicester, all eyes have been on Leicester. They have yet to perform. Their odds have actually dropped, though, from this match from 1.8 to 1.75 with Labrooks. I am taking the Leicester win, to be honest with you. Might be a captain obvious play, but Leicester at home, and I think they're going to be gunning for their first win of the season.
Well, yeah, Captain Obvious is going to love that one. He's already bringing the price down already, isn't he? Who do you like, Nigel?
Well, you can't do the champions of England. They're 1.79 against Swansea. Come on, do me a favour. If this was Man United, Chelsea or Arsenal, they'd be 1.36 to win this game. It's a captain obvious play, but it's the right one.
I reckon it's a trap. I reckon the bookies are going to clean up on this one. I'm staying off it.
Are you? You passing? Really? Yeah. All right. Southampton versus Sunderland. What do I like on this one? Nigel, we'll start with you. What do you like?
If you look in the Premier League this weekend, one thing you're not going to find a lot of is goals.
Yeah.
I don't think I've seen a lot of goals on the South Coast here. I think both teams are scorers and no here. I think Southampton are signed in big trouble this season. Koeman has gone on to pastures better, and I think the players are looking at. They perform miracles by losing players over the last couple of years. I think this is testing times on the South Coast. And Sunderland under David Moyes, I'm still not convinced by them. Both teams have scored 183.
Yeah, I think we're on the same page as you, actually. I've got under 2.5 goals, 1.78. There's been 3 goals between them over the 4 matches they've played. I think this is a low-scoring board draw.
Well, you know, last week when I said it was going to be a snooze fest, didn't I, with your Leicester Arsenal?
Yeah.
Guess what's going on in this game? Goals, goals, goals! I am taking the over on this game, 2.5. I must be getting great value on that, Nat. What am I getting?
It's about 2.5.
There you go, 2.5, brilliant. And it must be very difficult, you're right, Nigel, to be a Southampton fan with what they've had to put up with over the years. And Moyes at Sunderland, I think that's a good fit. He's a good manager. And I think this one can go against the captain of this. We see a lot of goals.
All right, Watford versus Arsenal. Arsenal here, strong favourites, 1.77. Yeah. You're an Arsenal fan, aren't you, Nigel?
I am. I'm a Wenger out man as well. I think the thing is, though, with Wenger, every time he has a big problem, he always gets something from the side.
He does.
He went to the basics, got the 0-0 against Leicester. They're going to be too strong for this Watford side, who another team I think struggle at the end of the season. I like Arsenal to win this. I don't think Watford will score. Arsenal have the big guns back. Giroud will be back. Ozil will be back. I think you might see the centre-halves coming back as well. Koscielny, Mertesacker may be back as well. And that means trouble for Watford. Arsenal to win 0 to me at 3 points, I think it's a big price.
Nice. Yeah, I like the straight Arsenal win, I have to say. First win of the season I'm expecting them to have on the weekend. What are you going for?
Watford win. I am. I'm not just trying to be difficult, Nigel, or being difficult.
His argument would have swayed you.
I can't believe you're a Wenger out, man, but you're right. I mean, every time that Wenger's in trouble, they always seem to bounce back. But I don't know. I love the value. I mean, you know, I'm not a sports pundit. I'm a handicapper. Sorry, mate.
You've got children to feed. You can't eat value. You've got to hit for winners. They might look a big price, but you'll have on your tombstone.
I'll tell you now, mate, that record's going up. We're getting in a week 3. Profitable the last 2 weeks. I absolutely love it. Watford to win at home and get the result. What am I getting? Over 5?
5.25 Betfix.
There you go. 5.2. I'm going to be cleaning up my record next week.
If you have $5 on, if you don't know anything about betting, you have $5 on Watford to win this game, you're going to lose $5.
Oh God! Well, we'll see next week, mate, won't we?
You could do a victory dance if it comes.
Oh, well, I'll start doing a victory dance. Yeah.
All right. Now we've got Hull versus Manchester United. I think this is the only one that I am passing. Manchester United 1.5 at William Hill. It's a road match for them. They are looking strong, so it's not like I'm doubting that they can win. But Hull have actually been on a good run, and I just don't think that that value reflects that. I'm not willing to play it. Nigel, what do you think?
Oh, I think this is a great bet. Manchester United, to me, look absolutely fantastic. Going forward, they've got pace, they've got power. Pogba, Martial, goals across the field. I think they'll go there and put a couple past his whole side. Mike Phelan, obviously a former Manchester United coach there. He's got allegiance to Manchester United as well. He wants the job, but he's up against all conquering. They're like the Red Devils going for this Manchester United side. Man United -1. They'll score at least 2, I think, here. Pogba they won't be able to stop them. I think Man United -1 at 1.9 if you get the push at the 1.9 or 1 goal, I think it's a great bet. Man United win this and win it well, I think.
Yeah, and also as well, Hull had that midweek match against Exeter. Do you think that will sort of be a bit of a hinder for them going into this match? Can they sort of cope with these 2 matches in a week?
Well, they're going to rest a lot of players for those Capital One Cup sides, the League Cup sides. So a lot of personnel will be different, but Hull have got to get used to it. Let's be fair, they did beat Leicester in the first game of the season, but Leicester were awful. They were awful. It was more Leicester playing bad than Hull playing well. Man United looked the real deal. I think they'll be the Premier League winners this season. Nice. And going forward, they have goals amongst them, scoring goals every time they go to the pitch. They're going to be far too strong for Hull.
All right, Hull versus Manchester United. What do you go for?
I'm passing on that one. I do agree with everything what Nigel's saying there, though. I mean, they look really formidable, don't they? I mean, I had him last week was my play of the weekend, -1, -1.5. Yeah, so that cashed. But this one, the value there, they're still an away team. There's still a Premier League match. The great thing about the Premier League, anything can happen. That's why we love it. But on this one, I'm passing. I'm just not playing that at those odds. I won't do it.
All right. All right, moving now, West Brom versus Middlesbrough. Obviously, it was back in 2010 when these 2 teams locked horns. So very little recent history. Nigel, does it make it harder to handicap this game?
I think it's a difficult game to call, but I've been very impressed with Middlesbrough so far this season. 2 games in, unbeaten in both the games. Brilliant. They've got some really good signings as well. Negredo, the former Manchester City centre forward, could be one of the best signings of the Premier League this season. I think they've got goals in them. But on this game, they go into a West Brom side who are managed by Tony Pulis, who sets his side out to get a 0-0 draw at home. The fans don't like his style of football, and it's going to be the ball fest. It's not only under 2.5 goals for me. I'm going under 1.5 goals here, and a monster 2.62 with William Hills. That price will shorten 100% before kickoff.
Really, I'm slightly different than you, but go on, you go first.
Well, for once, I'm on the same side as Nigel there today. Yeah, I agree with you there, buddy. I believe this one's going to be a draw.
Do you? Well, do you know what I'm going for? I like either Middlesbrough, 3.2. I think if either the team's going to win, it's going to be Middlesbrough. But I'm going to protect myself and go for a Middlesbrough draw, no bet, 2.1, William Hill. Also like both teams to score, to be honest with you. I wouldn't be surprised if it was a 1-1 draw. Both have scored, both have conceded so far in this new season. 2.2, 10 bet, but I'm guessing I'm on this different page.
No, I mean, this will be a draw. I'm starting to sweat up here. It's a good sign. The money's coming, and I think we're going to cash on that with a draw. All
right, final match we're going to preview, Manchester City versus West Ham. This is also a play for me, and I know what your bet is, and you're going strong in this one, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm taking that plus 1.5, right?
West Ham plus 1.5.
Yeah, definitely. I think that's a really, really good good bet. That could be the play of the weekend.
Yeah, I think that's not bad, actually. 2.06. What do you think of that bet, Nigel?
Totally and utterly disagree. Absolutely.
Oh, God. How do we get this guy?
That makes a change in this video, doesn't it?
West Ham.
It's only been once a day.
Side in the Premier League this season. They are absolutely nowhere near the same team as last season. They have huge injuries. Andy Carroll is out for 6 weeks. Payet is out. Where are they going to score? They're currently losing at home 1-0.
Andy Carroll's always out.
They're useless.
Well, they didn't know. I saw them their first game in the season. They were pretty shocking, Nigel, weren't they?
They were awful at home against Bournemouth. They were awful against Chelsea. They are absolutely decimated by injuries. They aren't a happy bunch. They're not the happy hammers. They don't want to be at this new stadium. They're not playing the same football. There's not the same atmosphere. I think they're a side that are really worth opposing in the early part of the season. Man City scoring goals for fun. They've scored 4 goals, 5 goals. They've scored 11 goals in their first 3 games. But West Ham can't get that. This is not the West Ham side from last year. Man City minus 1.5. Totally disagree.
Oh, mate, we're only in week 3. I mean, come on, there's only week 3 is going on there. We're not in the middle of the season here. They're going to sort it out here. I'm not saying they're going to might not win, but plus 1.5 goals, I'm all over it. That's my play of the weekend. I've cashed all 3 plays of the weekend. No, 2, sorry. This is going to be the third in the third week. This cashes.
All right.
You take Andy Carroll out of that side and you take Dimitri Payet out of that side. You've got no chance of scoring goals. Man City, too strong, done.
And what are you playing again there, Knight?
I'm going -1. I'm totally opposite of you. I'm going -1.5 at 1.8.
Well, the good thing is at least one of us will win, right?
Yeah. Wait. I've got one. One of us.
Oh, sorry, now we're getting carried away, me and Nigel.
I'm going for Man City and the over 2.5 goals, 1.8. Like you said, Nigel, totally agree. They are scoring goals for fun. I think there's 6 goals over 2 matches. Man City can score these goals by themselves. They could easily score 3 goals. Man City and the over 2.5 goals, 1.8.
What are you expecting? The goalkeeper to score a goal? I mean, is that what we're thinking here?
Probably.
Totally wrong. Plus 1.5 all day long.
All right, that wraps up our week 3 rundown with Nigel Seeley and guest Jamie James. Guys, thank you for watching and thank you for coming on the show.
Thank you.
Do your research before you bet. Check out our ratings guide to see which books have the best ratings and sign-up bonuses. Open up several accounts and shop for lines at sbrodds.com. Always be ahead of the game.